It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see David Montgomery. No shortage of work for him last week, and even 170 yards rushing. It's the Panthers and the Texans, next on Madden Football.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets it. Returning is Peppers.
So a good punt, but a solid 12 yards. And the Texans will take over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case,
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now again, running right is Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. David Montgomery
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Second and 9 now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. And I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Garoppolo. And he's taken down
trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On fourth down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Garoppolo now.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Garoppolo looks to throw.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
That's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw here.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
So we've hit halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he finds Montgomery complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor.
On the move past the 40.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 87 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Another carry for Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught on the slant. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
The sneak successful from a yard out
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
He's had a good 3rd quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the 3rd quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better, and he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
2nd and 13. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's counter. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Garoppolo's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Reynolds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Garoppolo now.
Targets and finds Reynolds once more.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 38, Garoppolo.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. On first down, Garoppolo. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Montgomery is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go again with Pierce. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
Pushes him over.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football. But
and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Texans are closing. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next are the Texans' Offensive Player of the Year. He was terrific a week ago, putting up 160 yards on the ground. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Tannehill to the air right off the bat.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Off play action, Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
First carry for Derrick Henry. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Tannehill.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 23 carries, 106 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff when they go in and talk contract?
And this is taken in at the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark, 45 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And that is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Taken in at the 11.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danico Autry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The Texans at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On second and 11 now, Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Running left, it's Henry.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Tannehill.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Titans have got it back to within a score.
Bullock good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2nd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he will lose
lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Henry. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Here's Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. The 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind, helpless.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll escape to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll just get rid of it.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
To throw is Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out in the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Tannehill. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Malik Collins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here you go, right here.
A first down carry for Henry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down and 4. Tannehill. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Henry is in. Touchdown, from Tennessee. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
70 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on
this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Houston set to take over. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the title as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was